What's up, Dirt Nerds? I'm George, and it is Dirt Dirty. Let's see what we're going to be digging into today. What's up, everybody? That's right, doing some melting. It's not pouring, it's not raining, but I'm pouring. Alright, so today I'm going to be doing some coppers, because I tried it the other day and I had to find the right temperature balance and all that so that it would pour, and, making sure I got what worked best as far as doing with the casting sand or with the graphite. Casting sand worked okay, but I'm going to have to find a way to make it, tamp it down and get it a little more solid so that it pours a little cleaner. But I'm going to be doing some coppers, and as soon as I pour those, I'm going to throw my other crucible in, and I'm going to be doing some sterling silver. Figure why not? Couldn't hurt. So I only have maybe a couple 2-3 ounces of sterling, so I'll figure something out. I'm thinking maybe I'll do a nice big thumb up bar with the sterling, or I'll do something with it. So I'll bring it back in just a moment. Or here, let me flip you around real quick. Let me show you where the fornax is at. All right, so after doing all the work that I've done with this so far, the pours and whatnot, when you initially heat this thing up, it will climb well above the set temperature. I have it set right now for 2100 degrees because that's where the copper seems to melt down and liquefy the best for me. So it is spiking up at about 21, 31 right now, so that's just to level it all out and bring the whole temperature of the entire unit to the level temperature. And it's actually started going down, so that's telling me that I'm right at the sweet spot, so I can go ahead and add my metal in right now. I'm going to go ahead and put the coppers in first. Let me get my glove on here. Alright, gloves on. The furnace is open. There's actually a little bit down in there. Ooh, you can kind of see it. Hopefully I don't want to mess up my camera here. So I got my tongs. And we're going to be setting down in one copper at a time. Trying not to make a mess here. And there we go. 5 ounces down the chamber. So this is going to have to sit and cook for a little while because that copper likes to take its sweet time to warm up and get melted and liquefy. And while it's liquefying, I'm going to go ahead and flip the thumb up bar, put that right on there. And I got these little tiny rounds and little tiny bars. I don't know if I'm going to mess with those really at all, just because of how small they are. I mean, you can see how, barely a thumb size. This would be good for doing my gold because smaller bars, but for the copper, I think I'm just going to do this nice big thumb up bar that was made for me by M&M Prospecting. So let me go ahead and set these here. Got that warming up there. And I'm going to go ahead, while it's at it, just go ahead and keep that one warmed up too, because that's my silver dish. That's one I'm going to be using for doing my my sterling. I know I should probably be using different crucibles and all that for all these. I may even just use the copper one and do the sterling with the same copper crucible, just because I don't care if the copper comes out a little dirty. It's just copper. If it picks up a little silver, I'm not afraid. But my pure silver crucible, I kind of want to keep that just for pure silver, so there's no contaminants. It's just silver, just the pure silver. So I think I'll just leave that, and I think I'll just do that. I'll probably do that in the same one as the coppers. But we'll go ahead and leave that on there. Let it keep warm. No reason not to. But yeah, there's the pile of sterling that I'll be doing. There's some scraps from previous melts of mine, and all the rest of it. Well, some of it, the majority of the rest of this came to me from from a friend trade, and it was Big Country Kitchen. Well, that's what he's here on YouTube now. It's Big Country Kitchen. Did a trade for him for did a custom pay dirt and trade for a big old pile of silver you see there, and that's a pretty sizable pile of silver. That's gonna make a nice little pour. Make a couple of good thumbs up. All right, everybody. So, like I said, that's got to heat up. It's going to get back up to 2100, and then it's going to have to chill there for, probably a good 15-20 minutes before the copper is all liquefied and melted down. So, I'll bring you back as soon as that's ready to go, and we'll do the first pour. All right, here we go. Copper is all nice and melted. It's good and hot. No, I do not have a torch on this right now, just because I don't have a way to set it up, or way set up to do it yet. So, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this here. Ooh, it's a burbling too. There we go. Nice and quick. Not as quick as I can. There we go. I'm going to put that back in here to heat back up. There we go. One copper thumb up. I've been having a little problem with this mold. It's been not wanting to release the metal afterward. There it goes. Woo! Yeah, that warms up pretty fast too. Woo! Even with the old glove. Alright, I'm just gonna let that cool off right there for a minute. Kinda have to. It's not wanting to come out. There it goes. It jumped out. Ah. There we go, into the bucket with you. Alright, let's go ahead and get the glove off here. There we go. Nice. Beautiful thumb up. There should be enough copper in there to do one more of those. So I'll be doing 2 of those thumbs up today. And then I'm going to get down and throw the silver in, turn my temperature down. And then we're going to melt some silver. And I'm going to do a sterling thumb up. Alright, be right back, everybody. Alright, here we go. Thumb bar number 2. Should be more than enough copper in there to take care of that. There we go. Ooh, that's so hot. Oh yeah, there's still a little dribble left down in there as well. So I'll take that last little dribble, I'm going to let it heat back up, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it into one of these little molds here. Just don't want to let go. Yep. As before, just going to let that chill in there for a minute. Let that warm back up. Get that last little bit of copper melted out of there. And I'm going to go ahead and do all that sterling up. And I changed my mind, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do a sterling wolf bar. I had somebody locally here that's been asking for a silver wolf, so I'm going to make her a silver wolf. Alright, everybody. Be right back. Here we go. Now, got it all set. Getting my silver all warmed up, make sure it's dry and good to go. I'm gonna try to do a little round here with the last little bit of silver. With the last little bit of copper. There's a decent little amount in there, so maybe doing more than just one. Yeah. That seems all I can do is I can get one good pour, and then it's just sitting right up, and it's too hot to too cooled off to do anything. So back down into the cooker it goes, and there's a copper bar. a little copper bar. Cool. And I'll try to do the rest in that round. I'm sure there's more than enough for that round, and probably another one of those little bars. Just a little baby bar. There's my pinky. He's just a little guy. That's pretty cool. Kind of getting the hang of the copper. I'm noticing that it does pour a lot better if you do one shot, one pour, and then put the rest aside. If you're trying to do a big pour, then you better pour it fast, because that stuff cools off so fast that it just immediately hardens, and it won't do anything. So if you're gonna do it quick. Graphite seems to be a good choice. As far as, you know, how smooth it comes out and how clean the color is and everything. So I'm liking the graphite for the copper. Alright, bring you back on the last little bit here as soon as that melts up, and then we'll do some silvers. Hopefully this will be the last one, and then I'll be doing some silver. So I went ahead, I pulled that one out. You can see it's still pretty hot. That last bit, as you can see, is just sitting there. That's just a big wedge, like an arrowhead shape. It is not melting. It's just sitting there, and it's been about 20 minutes under heat, and it's not melting. So I'm figuring it's just because there's too much air around it. I don't know for sure. Copper is a finicky metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it cool off completely. Probably come back to it later. I'm going to bend that thing in half so that it sits all the way flat in the bottom and melts. Because there's a little bead at the bottom that's all liquid. It's melted. But the rest of it has just been sitting there in a wedge like that, not moving, not melting, which I figured the bottom would at least melt and then pull it all in, but maybe I just I'd have to leave it sit longer in order for it to do that. So, for now, that's cooling off, and the silver is in the box. It's warming up right now. I'm going to let that melt, and then we're going to do a silver wolf. Oh yeah. Be right back. So, yeah, that was obviously not all pure sterling, because all of that slag right there and all that slag in there, and I got one decent clean pour. You can see some silvers underneath that, but man, there is a lot of boo in there. So, oh well, no big deal. I got one good pour. We'll see how it come out. It's a wolf bar. The other one's supposed to be a wolf bar, but don't know. So, shutting down Fornax, giving it a rest. Got some coppers done. Played with my sterling. I think I'm going to save next time. I'm just going to save my sterling for doing fire melt, because it seemed to work out a lot better with doing fire with the sterling, because then I can clean out the slag a lot easier and quicker. It was not that easy with this, because I grabbed an old oil dipstick and used that to scoop out the slag that was sitting on top. It was bad. It was really bad. But it's cool. I had fun. That's going to make a really awesome bar. Let's go ahead and flip it out of here. Drop it in the water. Oh, I can already see the wolf. Oh yeah. Beauty. Look at that. That's awesome. Way cool. I dig it. Alright, let's see what the slag bar did. Half of this is probably going to knock off of here because it's junk. But the bottom half, that's silver. Make sure it's cooled off there. Came out alright. You can see the wolf. Just knock away all this schmaggy stuff on the back. Knock that off, clean that up. It'll make an alright little sterling wolf bar after it's cleaned up. Alright. So that was fun. A little more playing with copper. Playing with a little bit of some scrap sterling, seeing how it worked out. Not bad. I'll save that for save the sterling for fire melts, and yeah, because that was kind of messy, and I could have cleaned a lot of that slag up with fire a lot easier. But for copper, definitely the way to go. All right, everybody, bring it back in the coin corner. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Learned some more things about, you know, using the crucible or using the furnace with graphite crucibles and graphite molds, and it's definitely a learning experience doing this, and it's definitely something you've got to do to figure out how to do it. I mean, I can show you 100 different times me pouring the metal, but it's all different when you go to do it yourself, and it's a lot more fun. I have a lot more fun doing the fire melting, just because it's more hands-on, it's more primitive, it's more more me. You know, I like getting my hands dirty, and using the furnace. That's really nice. It's really awesome, especially for the copper, because obviously the fire melting the copper, that don't work. But for gold and silver, I can definitely do fire and do some pretty cool pours, because I've done it before, and so far I've been pretty successful with that. So I do have a large dish that I'm going to start using for fire melting the silver and everything, so I can do larger amounts with fire. But I may wait until spring, summertime, when it's warmer outside, so that I'm not, fighting the outside temperatures trying to keep my stuff warm. Just trying to keep the metal at the right temperature when it's freezing cold outside is not that easy. So, all right. I just wanted to let everybody know I got the last random gift was sent out today. So, Joel Jeffrey, your gift is on its way. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope I'll be coming back on Sunday. I'm going to do a mail call, and then I'll show you what the copper pours look like after they're all cleaned up and done. So, all right, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful day, wonderful afternoon, wonderful evening, wherever you are. It is Dirt 30. Go dig in that dirt. Go hunt you some treasures. Go look for that gold. You know it's out there, just waiting for you to find it. Have a good one, everybody.